bad feeling, Joe.
A little girl never came home, and Adrian Beaufort knows what happened to her.
You made me doubt what I saw. You were right there! You must be cleared of all your sins. Are you ready for your clearing?
This is the first Australian original series from Disney Plus, which is amidst this huge swath of original content that has been commissioned for the streaming service. In fact, if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure it's the first series of its kind produced by Disney in Australia, which is incredibly exciting, of course. What is it like to be involved in a project like this?
I was pretty excited when they announced this last year, not just to be involved in this kind of first drama on their slate of Australian productions, but just that Disney are taking such an impressive punt on local talent and our local story creators in such a way. So to be involved and amongst the kind of the broader slate of what Disney are producing here is quite an honour. It's really exciting for Australian storytelling.
Yeah. It is. And along with that cast, you get the extraordinary landscape of Australia as well. The Clearing shows a side of Australia geographically and cinematically that I don't think worldwide audiences have seen before. So they're in for a real treat with that, as well as this incredibly vast Australian cast as well.
Yeah, you've both, of course, been working film and TV for a number of years, many years. So you would know that the local industry has always been on some sort of, a rocky precipice. But recently, we're starting to see quite a lot more of this kind of prestige drama being produced in our own backyard. Australia's becoming a huge hub for film production. There's a lot of new big opportunities for those both in front and behind the camera. How exciting is it for you to be amongst this sort of paradigm shift in the industry here? Super
exciting. It's a long time coming. It's about bloody time, yeah. I guess is a good way to say it. Look, all the amazing international talent is coming back because, yeah, like you say, we are generating really good stuff, really world-class stuff here. To be involved in this, if it encourages not only the local talent to keep creating stuff, but internationals like Disney to come and invest in it, then it's a wonderful precipice to be on.
As I said, The Clearing so far only been provided with 2 episodes, but so far it's terrific, and it's a really great example, as you said, of the rich storytelling that we excel at here in Australia. The writing, filmmaking, performances, everything about it is just really great. And I think it's going to be a really important project in pushing our content out to particularly a wider global audience. Tell me what attracted you specifically to the project itself.
Oh, well, the thing that attracted me first and foremost, as well as getting to work with my dear friend Hazem, was the fact that, even though we don't have any scenes together, do we?
We didn't.
No. Oh, we have one.
There was, it was one sneaky little scene.
We won't let that go. But for me, it was this amazing opportunity to work with actors that I had admired for so long, like Miranda Otto, Teresa Palmer, Guy Pearce, but also that there was this array of young performers coming through, young artists who are the future of our industry. And knowing that I was going to get to see all of those personalities and experiences mixed together, and that it could only be a learning experience. So that was a real joy on set every day. Despite the dark subject matter, it was actually a really joyous set to work on. And the kids brought such, energy and happiness and warmth. And it was really great to all sit together, all have lunch together every single day and really share the experiences of our industry and our craft with one another.
Yeah, there was so much love and support in the creation of it daily on set from, cast and crew. And I guess, that's how you make great tragic material, is when you work with a foundation of kind of respect and love for each other and support trust for the kind of stuff that you're doing. You make really heartbreaking work. So that's what's going to sing in this show for sure. I also, for the character of Joe, I kind of think we have these characters here purely out of the migrant story in Australia that is immediately international. And the less we cringe about that part of the story and actually embrace it and explore it fully, as I think we have done with Joe, without needing to explain his otherness in this landscape. He's just a man pursuing a sense of something. Those stories transcend and go and are universal. And that's, for a global audience, that's something that Australia should be proud of.
Yeah.
There's so much of it that's just so wonderful. There is, of course, an incredible cast on board, as you've mentioned, and you are both so proficient in working in these great ensemble pieces, whether that be in front of the camera or on stage. What is it like being able to work with such an incredible ensemble like this one?
Joyous. It's so joyous. The thing about The Clearing as a story is that we all hold each other's jigsaw pieces. You can't sort of go in there and know your character completely because the rug keeps getting pulled out from under you because of a choice another character might make. And in this story, more than any I think I've ever worked on. And so as a result, you have to work really, really closely with the people that you're in a scene with in order to make it, to really clarify what the narrative drive is. And so it means that it's a very collaborative effort, a very collaborative story. And the viewer is included in that as well. The viewer has to come with their own jigsaw piece and work out what the picture is that we're trying to make.
I'm so excited to see the whole puzzle at the end of it all. But you of course mentioned the locations before. You filmed in regional Victoria. I'm from Melbourne myself. Such a stunning, stark landscape, and it beautifully adds to like the haunting nature of the whole show and the story. I know it's really cliche to say it, but it really does become a character. You have both not only filmed this show, but you've filmed other series and films in similar locations around the country. What is it like to work in such locations, and how does it help inform your performance or the way that you approach your character?
Good question.
Yeah, look, there was some practicalities in terms of, we shot it in a Victorian winter. And so there's a natural bitterness that you can't help but be a part of, and I think there's something magic in that for Australia and its geography and its landscape to have a voice. And there's a good number of the population telling us this country has a voice, we've got to listen. For that to be in a show and be I guess aware of that is some amazing storytelling.
Yeah, and very timely as well, of course.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You're both, of course, playing very intense characters, and both of you are sort of on very different sides of the spectrum here, from what I've seen so far anyway. How do you tackle characters like this? How do you get kind of deep into characters with this kind of, mentality with either side of the, fence?
Yeah, it's tricky because my character is cruel. She's dreadful. She's an absolute antagonist, but there is a worse antagonist as well that she has to be vulnerable and powerless to. And so it's constantly straddling those two worlds of being this authoritarian with the children, but also pandering to Adrienne, played by Miranda Otto, in an extraordinary performance. And so but that's the delicious stuff. That's what you do it for, all of those, the shades and the different pathways in. So that's also what makes you go, yes, I want to play this role so much. And it's I don't want to judge her. I don't condone what Auntie Tamsin does, but I also can't judge her when I'm sort of living in her brown brogues every day. So it's important that her vulnerabilities and the reason that she is in this cult in the first place is explored correctly and authentically.
And it's why, I guess, it's why I became an actor, to kind of, get the opportunity to explore full range and complexities and contradictions of these characters. But I guess it's probably, with thanks and testament to the amazing writing that this series presented from the start. You could see the amount of work and thought that had gone into crafting these characters. So to be given that opportunity from the outset was easy. Part of the job was really just to turn up and honor the truth in the moment and give yourself to it, which is a wonderful gift as an actor.